Hi there. I'm very excited to be sharing with you something which is on my heart today. I want to talk about achieving your full potential as a professional. In a week of 168 hours, on an average, we spend 33% of our time sleeping. For those of us who are employed, we spend 27% at work, and the remaining 40% we use for traveling, shopping, entertaining, socializing, and of course, to perform our daily course of eating, drinking, washing, bathing, etc. The important point here is that 27% of our prime time every week we spend at work. And therefore, we ought to ensure that we enjoy what we do at work, else, it opens a door for disappointments and frustrations to set in, which in turn affects our overall sense of well being and happiness. In my previous role as a country head of human resources for Tata Consultancy Services operations here in Australia, I had the wonderful privilege to work with an extremely talented bunch of IT professionals. There were more than 1,000 TCS consultants working here in Australia. In my personal interactions with them, both at an individual as well as at a team level, I soon realized that the greatest hindrance these professionals faced with regards to their career progression was that they did not know exactly what they wanted out of their careers. Let me share with you three simple ways for effective career planning today. I've coined an acronym UKG, which stands for Understand, Know, and Go. Let's begin with understand. We are all wired differently. As we go through life, we are on a most beautiful journey of self discovery. The most important aspect of achieving your full potential as a professional is to be able to operate from your areas of strength. Say, for example, you were not so good with numbers, but you were good with words and literature. However, you are working in a secured, reasonably well paid job as a cashier in a multinational bank. What will be the results? Well, we can imagine. So, the premise for effective career planning begins with an objective and careful evaluation of our areas of strengths and weaknesses as a professional. I suggest that you list down your areas of strengths and weaknesses and have a good awareness and understanding of them. Secondly, we do not operate in a silo. We work in a complex, integrated environment which has mutual interdependencies. Therefore, it becomes important for us to assess the opportunities and the threats that this external environment presents to us. As a professional, we bring our skills, attributes, and knowledge to the market, which, depending on the business value that it creates, gets priced accordingly. Just like in business, we need to identify the opportunities based on our strengths to move up the value chain and plan accordingly. That brings me to my next point, which is know. Know what you want to achieve. Success is never an accident. It is always the outcome of careful planning and precision in execution. A few years back, Harvard Business School conducted a very interesting study. The study traced out the students of a batch which had graduated 20 years before to find out how they were faring in their professional careers. The results were astonishing. Three students who had written career goals whilst they were studying at the Harvard Business School, their net worth 20 years later was greater than the remaining class put together. Here is a good example of the power of having written goals. If you are serious about career progression, it is imperative that you have written goals, both for the short term as well as the long term. I define short term as 12 to 18 months and long term as 24 to 36 months. Let me give you a personal example. In the beginning of January 2010, after 15 years of experience in the industry, I looked at the horizon and I said, what next? Having a fairly good understanding of my areas of strengths and weaknesses as a professional, as well as objectively evaluating the opportunities and the threats that the environment presented, I identified three areas for career growth for the future, which were number one, consulting, number two, teaching, and number three, being self employed as a training professional. After I did this, I started using my networks to connect with industry professionals, to explore the markets, and to understand what was required for me to be equipped, which was in line with my professional aspirations. By June of 2010, I got the wonderful opportunity to work with IDC, a global market research and consulting firm, as a senior market analyst. And today, I'm doing some exciting strategic consulting work. Last month, I completed a year with IDC, and I was also awarded the MD's Award for Excellence. That brings us to our last point of our discussion today. Go. Go for it. From the time you set your goals and the time you actually translate them into reality, there will be a time of preparation, perseverance, discipline, and focused, determined action. Knowing what you want helps you in your decision making by filtering the wrong choices. Slowly and gradually, you begin to achieve your goals and move to newer and higher levels of achievement. When the rubber hits the road, your hunger and drive for success will be put to the test. Do not be deterred by the numerous obstacles and challenges which you will invariably face. In conclusion, let me give you an illustration. Imagine if this was an Olympic gold medal and you were a professional athlete. The first thing would be for you to decide which event will you participate. Maybe you're good in the short distance sprinting, or maybe you're good in the long distance running, or the javelin throw, swimming, etc. Once you have decided which event you're going to participate based on your strengths as an athlete, the second thing is to know what is it that you want to achieve. Do you want to win an Olympic gold medal? Or is it that you just want to participate in the Olympics and represent your country? Or maybe you're desperate to win a medal, irrespective of whether it is a gold, silver, or a bronze. Remember, your drive and thirst for success will affect the final outcome. Having decided what you want and realizing that dream into reality, there will be an intense time of preparation, perseverance, discipline, and determined focused action. Eventually, let us assume that you have won the Olympic gold medal and you're standing there on the podium to receive your medal. Your heart is swelling with pride as your national anthem is being sung. Not only you, but an entire nation is being honored. In other words, in your achievement, you have moved on to a new level of success, and your influence as a professional has greatly enhanced. In closing, let me say this to you. In the realization of our potential as professionals, we are fulfilling the purposes for which God created us. And I strongly believe that together we can build a more humane and better world. I wish you every success and God's very best on this beautiful journey of self discovery towards achieving your full potential. God bless you, and thank you very much for watching this video.